Hi, so today I'm going to do just a quick video in kind of an unusual spot, as you can tell. It's a question that I get asked very frequently on my videos, and it's also a question that I see on various videos that I watch on YouTube. And it's whether you can mix sunscreens to get your perfect tint. So as you know, if you've been watching my channel, I have very fair skin, and so the challenge for me, and one of the reasons I started this channel, was because it's so hard for me to find a tinted sunscreen that agrees with my skin tone. You know, things change, it's hard to find it, and so I've learned so much over the years, so I thought that I would share it with you. Many years ago, I would do things to try to get the perfect tint. I would mix all these different sunscreens. I would put like a tinted bronzer in my zinc oxide sunscreen, and all of those things I learned are wrong. So the purpose of this is to show you the things that are right. So the main thing that I wanted to go over was the difference between finding your shade, so mixing a sunscreen and when it's safe to do that, and then when you want to actually layer a sunscreen. So mixing versus layering is really important. So in general, and I have some examples here, but in general, if it is the same exact formulation, some examples of this, and I'll show you in a second, would be like Colorescience has a lot of different, it's the same formulation, but it's allowed to mix because it's the same formulation and you're just doing different tints. So in general, like Colorescience, Naked Sundays, I'm just looking down at my examples, the Drunk Elephant Umbra tint, and Glow Screen, and now Coats, they all have same formula, but different colors of them. And a lot of companies are now starting to do that, different tints of the same formula of a tinted sunscreen, like Neutrogena, their UV tint, lots of drugstore, CeraVe, lots of drugstore, I think even Cetaphil. So lots of drugstore and more expensive sunscreens are doing this. So in this case, you can mix sunscreens. Okay, and I do have a video on that as well. I have a video where, or a lot of my videos actually are just putting different sunscreens on my face and trying them all out to get the right tint. So in general, like I said, with like Colorescience, you can do it with the their Colorescience tints, the Sunforgettable. So you can do it with those. My favorite probably, let me just give you a few other examples. The Glow Screen. Supergoop Glow Screen is another one. This one, you know, I have different, like this, I think was when it didn't have different tints, but now it does have different tints. And like I had mentioned before, the Coats, which is one of my favorite tinted sunscreens, this one is just so dark for me, but now they have different tints. So you can actually change the tint on that one. And then, you know, the Colorescience, these little sticks, these you can also mix. And then I also have the Glow Bombs. I have lots of videos on these, the Naked Sundays Glow Bombs. So, and then my favorite ones to mix would be the Naked Sundays, all their different skin tints. So these are the Mineral Glow Serum Drops. And so an example, I just want to show you, like recently I got the blush from them, and it is so pigmented. I'm just going to show that to you on my hand, but it's extremely pigmented. That sounds so funny. Pigmented? Yeah, okay. So it's really, really like a really strong blush. But I kind of, for me, I like a more like rose-colored bronze to my face. So what I'll do is I'll mix it sometimes with their basic one, which is just like their, what is it called? The Pearl. So I'll mix it with Pearl. And then I add in a little bit of bronze to it. Okay, so, and again, what I do is, and the bronze, I mean, I think you've seen this in some of my videos, their bronze is so dark. Let me just show you like by itself how dark it is. It's unbelievably dark. So that's the bronze up here. And when I do it, it's dark and it does not get any lighter. So I try and make just like a little, you know, tint that's my own. And as you can see, it's just becoming more red here, like a more brownish red. And then as I start to see it, I'll do it on my hand for the extra protection on my hand, or I even do it like on a little makeup palette type thing for mixing with a spatula. And now I can see that I definitely need more of the pearl. Pearl is like just great for mixing because it will just make anything lighter, but it still has that pearlescent color to it. And so then I'll just make it much lighter, and then it just becomes like this color for me. Even though it's a little bit dark, it does, once you spread it out on your skin, it gets much lighter. So like that's a perfect bronze for me, just something that is very rosy colored bronze. So that's my favorite. And let me just wipe that off my hand, because I also just wanted to show you like an example for people who maybe have a darker skin tone that want to do that. They also have this, what's this one called? The illuminating. For the illuminating, this is a bronzy color, but it's still too bronzy for me to mix. So that's why I like to do the pearl. But this one is a pretty bronzy color. And then that one can be used to mix too. Like if you mix it with the pearl, you get the idea. But it's fun because I keep, I like on a daily basis, I'll kind of see different things that I like. Like this one's actually a really good one. If you do the pearl and the illuminate. See, that's beautiful. For me, that's just a perfect, just little bit of tint. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my garage door is going crazy. So that's why I keep getting distracted. So that's what I like. And then as always, as I've said in previous videos, if you ever feel like something is too dark and you've already purchased the tinted sunscreen and they don't have anything that you can mix it with, so they don't have that shade range that I was talking about. So if something's too dark, like in the past, this one, the UV elements, Ulta MD UV elements used to be too dark for me. Now they have different tints of this. But what I used to do for this one, and let me just show you how dark it is by itself for me. It's not that bad, but it's pretty dark for me. So what I would do in this case, if they didn't have, like I said, now that they do, they have the different ones that you can mix. But if you ever come across a tinted sunscreen that is too dark for you, instead of, wasting it and not being able to use it, what you can do is you can do any kind of zinc sunscreen. But in this case, you're not going to mix them. You're actually going to do the zinc sunscreen all over the face, let it sit, and then when it's dry, then you layer with a bronzy color. That kind of works. And so that works for me for everything. If I ever find that anything is too dark, you can actually layer the white tinted one over or under your tinted sunscreen. I feel like I'm going to screw up that word. But so that's what you can do at any time. You can always, but again, you're layering, you're not mixing. So you're going to put on the tinted one first, then you put on your white zinky one, or vice versa. So I just thought that would be helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will just give you an idea of the things below. And if I think of anything else that has these different shade ranges, I'll also let you know, and hopefully do some more videos in the future. So thanks so much for watching this quick video, and see you next week.